everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the WT Coaches Show. I'm your host, Zach Barnes, and kicking things off for us this week is head men's basketball coach, Tom Brown. Coach, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Zach?
Doing well. Well, Coach, since we saw you last, played 2 games. You had a home game, senior night against Texas A&M Commerce with a 93-84 win, and then they lost to Tarleton State down in Stephenville. Just talk about the Commerce game first a little bit.
Yeah, Commerce game. We came out. We played really well. We moved the ball, and we shared the ball, and we got up and down the court. We were able to run on them a little bit, and Commerce is a very good team. They've beaten a lot of very good teams. They've beaten all the top teams on the road, and we knew that coming in to our place. It wasn't just going to be a pushover, and we made some plays down the stretch. We actually had knocked down a big 3, and they tried to run through a screen, and we got to the free throw line off of that, and that was kind of a momentum builder the last 3 minutes, and we pulled away and ended up winning by I think 12 or 15, something like that. But 9 maybe we won by, but great game for us because Commerce is a very, very good team, well coached, and have a lot of talent.
And then on Saturday you hit the road and took on Tarleton State in a rough environment at Wisdom Gym.
Yeah, we were tied for number 1 in the conference. Tarleton I think was 3rd or 4th, and it was senior night for them, so very emotional. Good crowd over there. And it was definitely a tough game. It was a very physical game. The officiating, they let a lot of things go, and we just don't have a team built for that right now. It was a very physical game, and our guys, we got down, but yet we still came back. We battled and battled and battled, and if we would have had another 2-3 minutes, I think we could have got them. I think we would have caught them, but game's only 40 minutes, and you got to play when you can. And give Tarleton a lot of credit. They took it to us and they beat us, and now we're tied with them for 2nd. Midwestern's in 1st, and this last weekend, just the single game playing the travel partner. A lot of big games coming up this weekend.
And then with this weekend, you get Wednesday off.
Mm-hmm.
You have Eastern New Mexico on the road, and like you were saying, there's a lot of things that ride on just this one weekend.
It's huge. Right now, like I said, we're tied for 2nd. If we lose, we probably go down to 5th. If we win and some other things happen, I think we could still get 2nd, maybe 3rd. With the tiebreakers the way they are, we're not going to get in that 1st place. We could still win the conference with a couple other teams if Cameron can beat Midwestern, but there's a lot of ifs and buts, and we just want to do the best we can Saturday at Eastern, hopefully get that win and get some momentum going into that conference tournament.
And going into this Eastern game, how do you control the emotions and all the things going on?
Yeah, we talk about that. It's probably more emotional for the Eastern players with senior night over there. For us, it's just another basketball game on the road, and it's always tough to go on the road in this conference. Eastern's gym's a little bit different. It's a bigger gym, so the background's probably not what we're used to. Tarleton was a smaller gym, kind of like a high school gym over there. So now it's different backgrounds. And I think that'll help us maybe going into Allen, because Allen's a bigger arena as well, kind of like our gym. And so it's something that hopefully we can get over there and play well, execute, set good screens, move with a purpose, do the little things, and then really play team defense. And we've got to get back to that if we want to make a run, because we're going to need to make a run in that conference tournament to get in that regional, unless some things happen in the other conferences, and we don't want to worry about that. We want to control our own destiny, and we can do that by getting over to Allen and playing really well over there.
Well, Coach, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks a lot, Zach.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the WT Coaches Show. Up next for us is women's basketball coach, Kristen Mattio. Coach, how are you?
Doing good, thank you.
Well, Coach, since we saw you last, you played 2 games. You had a home game against Texas A&M Commerce on senior night, and got a 63-58 win on that one. Just talk to me about that one a bit.
Yeah, Commerce is a solid team in our league, and we knew it was going to be a battle. Their speed has always affected us a little bit, and we're able to get a little lead and just hold on it late into the game. It ended up coming down to a 1-possession game, but proud of our kids. I thought we maintained our composure through it all, made a few big plays at the end, and made some really big free throws to seal the deal.
And what would you kind of say was kind of one of the big factors in that one? Just looking at it, there wasn't anybody that really had a standout game for the one person.
Yeah, we had a lot of, I thought Madison McLean made a few big defensive stops and then some free throws at the end. Sasha, the same way. She made a couple big free throws at the end. And I think it was just everyone contributing. And again, we knew it was going to be a tough game going against Commerce. It always is for us. And I think everybody just maintained their composure late, and we're able to get the win.
And then on Saturday, you hit the road and went down to Stephenville to play Tarleton State and ended up losing a close one there, 53-52. Talk about that one a little bit.
Yeah, Tarleton State, they're playing really well right now. And, we had a really, really good half. I thought we executed kind of the game plan for what we wanted that first half. Second half, not so much defensively. In the third quarter, gave up a few points, and then offensively in that fourth quarter, we struggled. And, we walked away with a 1-point loss, and obviously disappointed about that. But we battled, and we knew it was going to be a battle down there. It's a tough place to play, and we'll regroup and get ready here for this Saturday.
And you say this Saturday, it's the final game of the regular season with Eastern New Mexico. You'll hit the road. And what needs to happen there?
Portales, going down and playing in Portales, it's always a fun place to play. But, we're just our focus, and we got to be playing our best basketball right now. So physically we need to keep our bodies fresh, mentally fresh, and go down, give it our best shot. And we're chasing a championship right now, and I guess there's no way to shy away from that. And so we're going to give it our all, make sure we're playing our best basketball going into postseason play here.
And so how much do you think plays in it with the girls, knowing that you have to win this one to at least get that top seed in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, it's our girls they know what's going on. It's not a secret by any means. And so it's just maintaining focus. We got to be consistent on the court. We got to play 2 great halves. And Eastern is a solid team too, and they can put up some points really quick as well. And so, our focus probably early on this week will be on us, and then late as we get ready for Eastern, we'll be on them as well.
Well, Coach, I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and good luck this week.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the WT Coaches Show. Up next for us is track and field head coach Darren Flowers. Coach, welcome home.
Thanks. This has been a long weekend.
You just went up to Colorado for the OSC Indoor Conference Championships, and girls took home first, and the guys came home third, as well as a lot of individual championships on both sides. How does it feel?
Oh, it's great. These kids put in a lot of work, and it's exciting to see them see the benefits of that work. And I thought it was just a great overall team effort, both men and women. Regardless of where they finished in place, I think there were some outstanding performances, outstanding individual and team performances, and really proud of what they did this weekend.
Yeah. One of the performances that a lot of people have been talking about a lot has been Daniel's run.
Yeah. It was really impressive. He ran the 400, I think it converted down to 47:03, 47:04, something like that, but it'll be leading the nation for Division II by almost half a second. And for him to run that in that facility out front with really nobody pushing him is exciting, because I think he has the ability to do some big things at the national level, and I'm excited to see what he does here in 3 weeks.
And remember talking last week, said you felt a little bit better because this time you'll get a little bit more time in between conference and national championships. What are you guys going to be doing in the next few weeks?
We're going to give them a couple days off, let them rest, so rest their legs, rest emotionally. It's such a emotional high, being in a championship and trying to perform at that level. So we'll just kind of let them hang out and chill for a few days, and then we'll get back after it Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll hit it hard for about 10 days, and then start preparing really mentally and sharpening up physically for the national championship.
Coach, I'd like to thank you for joining us today, and good luck training.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the WT Coaches Show. Up next for us is baseball head coach Matt Vandenberg. Coach, how are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, you have another sweep this weekend here at home at Wilder Park. So far been a good place for y'all.
Yeah, we're playing really good at home. We did last year as well. It's a great environment. The fans are outstanding this weekend, and guys take pride in that. And we were able to get 4 really good wins this weekend.
And, you did take on New Mexico Highlands here at home. You had an 11-1 win, a 2-0 win, 8-4 win, and then a 4-2 win. First, let's talk about Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night, Austin Moore did an outstanding job. We pitched it really well all weekend long, and that's something that we kind of knew that we were going to be pretty good on the mound this year, and that's kind of holding to be true right now. But Austin Moore, Thomas Garland, those guys did a really good job, Friday night, and then that carried us into the weekend.
And then also on Saturday, you had a doubleheader, another good pitching day for you.
Yeah, Justin McAllister was 3 outs away from having a perfect game. They end up getting a hit in the 7th inning to break up the perfect game for him. That was a little bit discouraging, but he was able to regroup and get the complete game shutout. So it was nice to see there. And then we had another great pitching performance by Josh Payne. I thought he did an outstanding job. Threw us, I think, 5 innings. Kept us in the game, and it was a tough game for us there a little bit, just because we didn't execute as well offensively as what we would like to, but was able to find a way to get a win there.
And then finally on Sunday, closed off the weekend with the 4-2 win. You had another good pitching day as you almost had double-digit strikeouts in between Brooks and Tenius.
Yeah, Brooks Trujillo did a great job. We knew he would be limited on pitch count this week because we extended him a bunch last week in order for him to get the complete game. So we had him at 80 pitch max, and that's where he kind of finished up there. And he got tired that last inning, and we kind of expected him to, and gave up two runs in the last inning. I believe it was the 5th inning and stuff. So, all in all, I thought he did a really good job. And then Kyle Tenius came in, and it was great not having to use him the first 3 games because we were able to extend him a little bit more, and he was able to go 4 strong innings. I don't even know if he gave up a hit in those 4 innings. Did an outstanding job for us and was able to get the save.
And then finally, coming up next for you guys this weekend, you'll host Oklahoma Christian. You'll have a single game on Friday and then a doubleheader on Saturday.
Yeah, Oklahoma Christian, they're a tough team. They got a lot of Division I transfers. They swept, Texas A&M Kingsville early in the year, I believe opening weekend and stuff. So they're going to be tough. We're going to be tested this weekend. I think it's going to be one of our tougher opponents that we've played up to date. It'll be good. Fortunately, we're at home. We'd love to see a great crowd out. I believe we play Friday night at 5 o'clock and then noon on Saturday. So we'd love to have a lot of people out. It should be a great weekend of baseball.
Coach, I'd like to thank you for joining us and good luck this weekend.
All right, thank you very much.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the WT Coaches Show. I'm your host, Zach Barnes, and up next for us is head softball coach Kevin Blaskowski. Coach, another successful weekend at Schaefer Park.
Yeah, I thought we played really well. It was a great weekend. We had beautiful weather 2 of the 3 days and had great crowds. So all in all, it was an exciting weekend. I thought we played well, and we pitched better, and I thought offensively we created a lot of runs. So just a great weekend.
On Friday, you had a doubleheader versus Lincoln. You got a 12-0 wins and 14-0 win over that one. And we also got to see Skipper in this get her first start of her career.
Yeah, we've wanted to start working our freshmen into the circle. It's going to be difficult with Covey and Starkey right now because they're playing such a key role for us defensively at other positions. So it was a chance for us to get Chelsea Skipper in the circle. I thought she responded well. Had a really good opening game on Friday night, and I thought she pitched with a lot of confidence in that game. And that's good because we're going to need to expand our pitching rotation a little bit as we get into the conference schedule.
And then on Saturday, you had a 9-win against Western Oregon, and then the only 7-inning game you'll play that weekend with a crazy 7-6 win.
It seems like every weekend we have to have at least one game that keeps the fans in the seats. We didn't start very well in the second game, and Western Oregon's a good team. And, they came out and swung the bats well early and built that 6-0 lead. And, once again, you saw our resiliency. We brought Tori Byer out of the bullpen, and she did a great job holding the lead. They were up 4-0 at the time. We cut it to 4-2, and then they did hit a home run off of her and make it 6-2. But we were down 6-4 going into the 7th inning, and we talked about all we had to do was win the inning, and make sure that we went out and competed and gave it our best shot. And again, it's the bottom half of the lineup that figures out a way to make things happen. We had 2 really big at-bats from Shay Ibram and Lacey Taylor drawing walks. Then they ended up intentionally walking Ashley. She'd hit the big home run the at-bat before, so they took a chance and loaded the bases. And then Kylie Moore steps up to the plate and has a great at-bat for a freshman and draws a walk to score a run. And then, the last play of the game was very exciting, and Shani Starkey comes up with a base hit, and and score the tying run. So I know we're in a situation to at least go extra innings, but we're going to try and win it. We're going to force them to throw us out. And Ashley Harden did a great job getting under the tag, and it was a lot of excitement, a lot of energy. I talked with the Western Oregon coach yesterday, and made sure there was no hard feelings, and one of us was going to walk away upset after that game, and fortunately we found a way to dig it out.
And then on Sunday, you concluded the tournament with a 15-0 and an 18-2 win over Newman.
Yeah, and our challenge was coming out after that game Saturday night, making sure we still had energy, and we wanted to come out and pitch well. We wanted to come out and make sure we were still offensive. The wind was blowing in 20 miles an hour, so it kind of changed the game a little bit. We probably hit 7 or 8 balls that would have got out, but got knocked down in the wind. But another freshman, Courtney Coveney, just had a big day for us, and had 5 RBIs in the last game. And it's exciting to see those young players step up in key situations and really go out and work hard. And I thought Chelsea Skipper threw another great game in the opener, threw another shutout. And Tori Byer, in her first start of the season, did a really good job in the second game. So a good way to end the weekend. 6 games in 3 days is a lot of work. I thought we kept our energy up. We wrap up the pre-conference schedule, and now it's time to get ready for Tarleton.
And this weekend, you guys do host Tarleton State here at Schaefer Park once more. What do you kind of see in this series? They've looked really, at least people thought they were going to be good again at the beginning of the year after they had their good season last year. What do they look like now?
Well, Tarleton's played a tough schedule, and I think they're 12-5 or 11-5 right now, but they've played a very tough schedule early, and it's a lot of the same girls back off of last year's team that came out here and won the regional, and they're very talented. A lot of lefties in the lineup, and Haley Fryman does a really good job for them in the circles. So we're going to spend a lot of time this week talking about how to counter what she's going to try and do. We want to make sure our hitters are prepared, stepping in the box every at bat, and try and win every at bat. And then our pitchers are going to have to do a really good job, especially against their lefties. Their lefties get on base, and then they give Nika Wood and some of those other kids a chance to hit in run scoring positions, and that's when they're successful. So we need to make sure we're ready to play a solid weekend of softball.
Coach, I'd like to thank you for joining us, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us this week on the WT Coaches Show. For the WT Sports Network, I'm Zach Barnes. We'll see you next week.